Being a kid is awesome. When I was a kid, I didn't have to do anything. My parents didn't even give me any housework, so I basically just sat around all day playing video games and watching TV. Sure, I had to go to school, but I was home every day at like 3 p.m. and I had the weekends off and I got holidays and summer and all that good stuff. I don't get any of that anymore. And sometimes I'm like, man, I really wish I was a kid again. And then I realize how stupid I was when I was a kid. So today, guys, what I thought I would do is just talk about my scars, okay? Because I have some pretty interesting stories. I have at least one interesting story, and I've told it before. Okay, yeah, the stupid Matt guy's making a repost. In my defense, the previous video I made on this probably only got like 10,000 views. All right, I have almost 2 million subscribers now. Maybe some of you guys want to hear my stories again, right? Yeah, well, you clicked on this video, so you're here now. So sit back and let me tell you about how I got these scars. First scar we're gonna talk about, guys, is the scar right between my eyebrows. You may have seen it, you might not have seen it. It's actually a chickenpox scar, so I don't really have anything cool to say about that. I mean, I got the chickenpox when I was a kid. I don't really know how old I was, maybe somewhere around 5 or whatever. I mean, I'm pretty sure it sucked, because obviously, you know, chickenpox suck, and they're really itchy, and you want to scratch, and that's what I did. I scratched right here, and now I got a scar right between my eyebrows. That's just how it is, man. I mean, I could probably cover it up if I grew out my unibrow a little bit, but that's not gonna happen. Oh wait, I have 2 scars between my eyebrows, not just one. You probably didn't even notice the other one, but there's one like right here. It used to be really noticeable. I got stitches, but I'm pretty sure I picked at them a lot, and I don't think they really did a great job because of that. I can't help it, man. Okay, when I got stuff on my face, I just gotta touch it. So anyway, let me tell you that story, because that one's a funny story. You're gonna love this one. Picture me wearing an all-white gown with a cross around my neck, a cross necklace. That was what I wore when I was an altar boy at the local Catholic church. That's right. I was a Catholic altar boy. So go ahead, get it out of your system, make fun of me down below. I'm cool with it. I was an altar boy until I think I might have been an altar boy until I left high school. So like 16 or 17. Look, one thing I can say about my local church is they're all super nice people. We have this great sense of community, and it was nice just helping out. Okay, it was a good time until I got this scar. How did I end up with an injury between my eyes that required stitches at church? I mean, what was it, some sort of extreme church that I was going to? Not really. Truth is, I passed out in church, standing up there with the priest. I went wham! Up until this day, I don't really know why I passed out in church. Maybe it was the Holy Spirit coming to me, but I passed out. I think it was because I was standing up so long. So every year we have this thing called the Passover. If you're Catholic, maybe you know about it. I'm not sure about the other Christian religions, but point was, I was standing up there, and there was this very, very long reading they had to do, and you had to stand up for it. So I'm standing up wearing this big old gown, you know, nice and cozy, pretty warm, and I guess I got overwhelmed, because I mean, one moment everything is cool. The next moment, I see someone turn around, kind of giving me a funny look. And after that, I just remember going, wham! Even knowing that I passed out, you may be wondering, how did you pass out and get a little tiny dent in your nose? Well, when I passed out, I hit a piano. That's right. Well, I think it was technically like an electric organ or whatever, but you know how it's like this, got this, and then you got the legs on it, and then there's like a little beam in between the legs, a little piece of wood. So I hit the corner of that. It went right into my nose. So there's blood coming out, and one moment I'm standing up, the next moment my dad's holding me by the arm, and he's bringing me out of the church, and he's like, well, we gotta go get you some stitches, boy. He doesn't talk like that. We're newfies, so if anything, he said, jumping Jesus, what in the Lord, dying crazy you got done there now, young feller? Okay, my dad doesn't talk like that either, but for the story, we're gonna pretend he does, okay? That's basically the end of the story. I mean, my dad took me to the hospital, and I got the stitches, and I had a pretty noticeable scar there for a very long time, but at this point, I hardly notice it's even there anymore. You probably haven't even noticed it's there. I have more stories. I have more stupid stories of me getting scars. No more scars on my face. Or is there? No, I don't think there is. Whatever. The next scar I'm going to tell you about is on my thumb. This one is a pretty straight... On my thumb! This one is a pretty straightforward one. One time I was at a bonfire and I was whittling a stick because we didn't have any marshmallow sticks, so I tried to make my own, okay? And being a genius, I had the stick held in such a way that I guess what I did is I went like that with the knife, and instead of whittling the stick, I whittled my thumb. I didn't get stitches or anything. You can kind of see it. Maybe I'll do some close-ups after so you guys can see it. But yeah, so that was basically that story. It's a pretty boring story, but that's what happened. It was me using a knife, and I cut myself. Good job, Matt. This next one is on my pinky, and it's a real doozy. Probably one of my most noticeable scars, as you can tell. Yeah, this one is a weird story. You know how telephone poles work? You know how they have like wires coming off them to keep them up or whatever? Well, you know how sometimes those wires have like a little yellow sheath on them? I don't know, like, I only can speak from living in Newfoundland because I lived here my whole life, but you know, you see that. You see the wires coming off the telephone poles and they're covered in a yellow thing, whatever. I was climbing up one of those. It was all good, man. I was just having to climb, just having some fun. You know, I like to climb things. Used to climb like swing sets and stuff. So I was climbing the wire with the yellow thing around it, climbing up the yellow thing, and I got up past the yellow thing onto the bare metal, which was no big deal. But I was like, I'm not gonna go any higher. I'm not stupid. I'm not just gonna, like, you know, climb up to the top of the telephone pole, even if I could. Probably couldn't. Point is, I jumped off and my finger scraped right along that sharp edge of the yellow thing, and the skin right here just kind of like, it was just hanging there. It flapped off, and I was like, what the hell? I remember yelling, help, help, because I was like, whoa, there's blood, and there's dead skin and all that shit. Holy crap. So I ran to my aunt's house because I was across the road from my aunt at the time. And, well, my dad works at the hospital. My dad is a lab technician. So you know, he's got those connections at the hospital. So I just said, hey, Dad, check out what I did. This is stupid. He's like, all right, let's go get you some stuff. So it probably should have had stitches. I mean, every time I think about it, I'm like, Dad, why didn't you just let me get stitches in this? Jesus, look at this thing. It's the scar I got going on here. It's all ugly and stuff. Why? But we didn't get stitches. He just wrapped it. He just wrapped it in like gauze or whatever, and we just left it. We just take a look at it every now and then. Oh, yep, still looks terrible. Wrap it back up again, dude. And eventually it grew together. You know, it healed up, and you can notice a pretty noticeable scar there now. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The final scar I'm going to show you guys today is this one. It is more than a scar. It is the top of my finger cut off. I mean, I still have a nail, but if you compare the two, take a look at this. Look at that. Huh? Compare the two. Can you see that? Can you see what these guys are doing over here? Yeah, they're not the same length. The nails start at the same point, but one of my fingers just has about, I don't know, a few millimeters, like half a centimeter of skin gone on the top. And that was a great story. And I even have a little video to accompany it, okay? So you can believe me, this actually happened. I have a home video from when I'm 3 years old. 3-year-old Matt goes to the playground with good old Mom. And I actually asked my mom about this the other day, and she confirmed that she was there watching me, helping me even. I don't know, dude. I was taking a rock, right? It was a little tiny kiddie slide. Why slide on the slide when you can throw a rock up the slide and watch it come back down again? Because that's stupid as hell. So here I am. I remember doing like a granny throw, okay? Disclaimer. Kids' memories are not very good. Anyway, so I remember doing a granny throw, all right? I threw a big rock up the slide. I remember it being like this big. It probably wasn't that big because of the fact that I was a little tiny 3-year-old throwing it. But the point is, it was a rock, and it was pretty heavy. And I was throwing it up the slide, and it rolled back down, and it landed right on the top of my finger. And the top of my finger was gone. I guess there was like bone showing maybe or something. It was probably pretty gross. And we were only like, I don't know, I would say like a 3-minute walk to the hospital. It was right down the road. My mom is trying to flag people down like, help, my child, he lost the top of his finger. Get the hell over here. Someone picked us up. Mom brought me to the hospital. She gets to the hospital and they're like, well, where's the rest of it? She's like, what? Well, I don't know. So they made her go back and find the rest of my finger. But Matt, you don't have a rest of your finger. It's gone. That's right. That's right, person. It is gone because they sewed it back on and they gave me a big old bag of candy and sent me home. And I remember coming home one day and having it fall off. Apparently I was like taking my glove off or something, and the top of my finger, it was all black. It just fell off again. I was like, what? I didn't really care, man. Like, you'd think that I would have been pretty fazed by what happened, but I wasn't. Okay, and now I'm gonna show you the video to prove it. I have more home videos as well, guys, so leave a like on this video if you wanna see more MattShea home videos in the future, because I was a freaking riot, okay? Okay, I'm having trouble finding the original video. It's on my computer somewhere, on one of my computers or something, but I remember uploading it to Facebook, so we'll go to Facebook and find it. I wasn't even 3 years old yet, guys. I was 2 point something, because my birthday is in August. So, assuming that this is the right time on the video camera, I could be wrong. But either way, I was less than 3 here. I was less than 3 when this happened. I don't know what I'm wearing, but man, my fashion sense is insane. Look at me, damn. All right, let's watch.
Tell Dad now, what happened to your finger? What happened?
What are you taping us off for?
I met.
I love this, man. God, this makes me want to cry just watching this video. You can hear my brother. What are you taping us off for? You may notice our Newfie accents in this as well, guys. So I hope you enjoy that. He's trying to ask me what happened to me, and my brother is like, "Whoa, what's going on? Why you got the camera out?"
What happened to your finger?
What are you taping us off for?
What'd you do with it?
Yeah.
What'd you do with it?
The rock on my finger.
Rock came on your finger.
Yeah.
Did you?
Chop right off and pop her right off.
Did it?
Did you hear that? Did you hear me? Chopped it right off. Top came right off. How am I not bothered by that? I'm like, yo, dude, whatever. Fingers come off all the time, right? And there's my brother's face here. Just, he's doing his thing.
Wrong with you, Mark?
What's wrong with you, Mark? That's something that I've been wondering myself for a very long time. My brother is a fantastic guy. He's currently a medical student. He's come a long way since now.
I am going to hide from my dad.
Look at me, man. Oh, man, I was such an adorable kid.
Finger, look.
Ooh,
There it
what a
is,
bad
guys.
finger.
Look at that. Oh, what a bad finger. Huh. I was just so happy in front of a camera. I was destined to be a YouTuber. And I'm just standing up there like. Now guys, if you look back at this part again, you will see I have a big old container down there and I'm eating something that might be candy, because my brother told me, there he is again, you know, just making that face. He told me that he was pretty jealous of me because when I cut the top of my finger off, I got candy. I got a bag of candy. Like, just congratulations, here's your reward for mutilating yourself, little guy. Seriously, I'm not really sure what I'm eating there. Because, I mean, look at me, I'm chewing on something. I'm having a pretty rough time with it, I'll tell you that, dude. So yeah, don't take it from me, guys. I mean, I could be lying to you here, but would 2-year-old me lie to you? You know what happened now. Rock came on my finger, top come right off.
Show your finger, show the finger, look.
Ooh, what a bad finger.
I love that. I love that part, man. Oh, it's great. So, what my sister said there was, show him your finger, la. Now, la is something that only Newfoundlanders say, as far as I'm aware. La means like look, like la. As with any Newfoundland word or phrase, it's kind of really hard to explain exactly when to use it or how to use it. So yeah, it just means look, okay? Newfoundlanders are weird people. All right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed hearing about the stupid mistakes I made when I was a kid. A lot of people watching this video are probably younger than I was when I made a lot of these mistakes, so I just want to let you know, don't be the stupid kid I was, okay?